Hello, everyone. This is Joe. Today we're going to be talking about what do you do when life hits you hard? So not the industry, but when your life circumstances like family issues, personal issues hit you hard and you feel that it's impacting the way you act, right? So you might feel super sad, super angry, depressed, like you might be going through a lot of emotions. You might be going through grief. And if you have to act in that moment, or if you have an audition, you might feel like it's impossible, or that you're shrinking under everything that you're having to go through and you're unable to show up fully, right? So oftentimes what I see people do is that they have a big life event coming and they just, collapse and sit under the event and wait for the event or the emotional repercussions of the event to go away. In a way, you wait and you wait for it to pass and then come back. But the reason that I wanted to have this talk today is that oftentimes the big opportunities that you may have, or big, auditions or projects might be happening at the same time, and that happens a lot. So one of the ways that I see actors react, or artists in general, is to just sit and wait. Another thing that I see people do is completely avoid, the trauma that they're going through, to completely avoid any feelings about it because it's too hard. And so they want to maintain their level of efficiency in the world. And so they just ignore what's happening to them in order to continue to be functional. And I understand it's a very, efficient protection mechanism. And yet you have that opportunity in terms of your acting that's happening and you can't honor it. A third way that I see people do it is that they fight the emotion or they fight the event. They resist it in order to not be impacted at all. And then therefore it also impacts you when you're acting. So all of those reactions are completely understandable, right? Because, when life hits you hard, and it does hit us hard and always will, and everything will end and we will die. So that's, the game we're playing is that we are alive and we get hit left and right until it's over. And I'm not meaning to sound tragic. It's just what life is. And we should be completely aware that that's what life is, so that we can play it the way we want to play it, because those are the circumstances and it's not a philosophy. It's just, the naked fact or truth. So, what's available when life hits hard and at the same time you have a big opportunity or a big project is not really to try to avoid it or to wait for it to pass or to fight it, because those things won't change the reality that you're going into. And even if you want to cut yourself and disconnect from your emotions, your body is having reactions and emotions. And so you will shrink when you act. You will not be able to be present. You will not be able to be present enough to deliver your best performances, right? So there's some part of you that's going to hide, or you might not be able to be great at all, and you'll just leave the place using your life circumstances as an excuse for you not being able to show up. And that just feels, like another problem that you have to add to your mix, which you don't want to have. And so what I do want to discuss today is the opportunity of what a big slap in the face, like a big life event happening to you, can do. So the opportunity is that usually life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So what I'm trying to say is that life, which is always happening to all of us, right? We all have problems, we all lose people, we all feel some things that are stickier than others, and we all have financial issues and family issues and health issues. I mean, all of us, no matter who you are, that's what you're dealing with in life. If it happens for you, what life does with a big impacting event is that it's showing you the path to your next step. It's literally guiding you to your next step. It's inviting you towards more wisdom for you, towards more expansion for you. It's inviting you for your next level. Without life hitting us hard, we would just be cruising the same tone all the time and we'd get pretty bored. So life doesn't happen to you, no matter how dramatic the events can seem. They happen for you, and they are always an invitation for you to discover what inside of you and your instrument is indestructible. So the bigger the challenge that you're facing, the bigger the event that hits you, the more it's showing you, if you actually dive into the emotions that you're feeling, it's showing you what is incredible, what is unbreakable, what is your biggest force. That's what it's showing you. And of course, if you let yourself get hit and just wait and don't do anything about it, or if you run away, or if you fight it, you're missing that opportunity. When you let yourself get hit and go with the emotion, so it go with the event, like follow the flow. I'm struggling to find my words. If you I'm not going to be able to do it. If you go with it, if you go into it, if you go into those sensations, what you are going to discover is your greatest, biggest, most incredible gift. You're finding your true self. Event after event, that true self becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. If you're resisting it, you're just missing the whole game. The game of life is it hits you so that you can expand to your next level. When you do that and you're an artist, there's a plus, because when you do that in life, it's great, right? You get wiser and more expanded and stronger, and you discover actually who you really are beyond your physicality. But when you're an artist and you do that, when you're an actor and you allow yourself to go through the very vulnerable parts of your soul, and you allow yourself to walk through the fire and do that work, well then, God, you have so much more to bring to the table, because you're so much richer, so much deeper. You have so much more to offer and to bring. You become incredible when you allow yourself to get hit by life. You become more human in a way, more delicious, more vulnerable and powerful at the same time. So yes, don't shy away, don't run away, don't fight those big life events that hit you, because they are showing you the way to your gold as an artist. They are really showing you the way to the best thing that you could possibly ever discover, and it's inside of you. So of course, we're not wired to do that, right? We're wired to not feeling our emotions, repressing them because they're bad, they're dangerous, people are afraid of feeling their emotions, etc., etc. So the work that we do in our community with actors and singers and dancers and other artists, but mainly with actors, is that we remind them through a structured journey on how to actually, yes, feel emotions and not avoid them and not run away from them, not resist them. So we unwire you to the conditioning that you've received in order to rewire you to what nature wanted for you and always wanted for you, so that you can become your true self. And therefore, when you are your true self, everything becomes so easy and effortless as an actor, and in life too. But yeah, so if you're interested in doing this work, and definitely we're all being hit by big events right now with confinement and everything, and a lot of actors are realizing that it's actually the best time to go within and to, yes, have a structure to do that in order to completely transform you, in order to get out of this challenge much wiser, much richer, thicker, deeper. If this makes any sense to you, let us know. We can send you some info and some free material so you can start doing this work, or you can start discovering what we do if you're interested. All right. So I hope this makes sense. I hope that if this, if this is something that you're wanting to discover for yourself, and you're done with working hard and being so overwhelmed as an actor and dealing with everything that you have to deal with, and it seems like an endless, frustrating, joyless route, please do reach out to us. Let us send you some free information. We're here to help. We can help. To remind you of the incredible being that you are, so that you can enjoy it. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.